The Last Word with Irish Life. Covering everything that matters to you. Be prepared with Irish Life.
Anton Savage, would you use a website such as guardedcheckpoints.com to avoid detection for perhaps going a bit fast?
Well, I would like to use it. Whether or not I'd be organised enough to think of it before I commence the journey, I'm not sure. This relates to a website which currently relates to the Cork area but has plans to expand beyond it, called guardedcheckpoints.com, and similar Facebook pages which highlight in real time where checkpoints are. Now, this at first glance you think, oh, that sort of thing can't be allowed, until you realise that the other people who highlight where checkpoints are the Gardaí, who also have a website which highlights checkpoints all the way around the country.
Yeah, but there is a difference, isn't there?
There is. The critical difference is what the Garda website has is points at which there will be fairly regularly speed checks, and this is the important differentiator. If it is a speed checkpoint, there is a theory of policing that for most people who break the speed limit, they do it not out of malice, but out of lack of attention. They accidentally speed, and that therefore what you want to do is you want to make speed checks obvious to remind people, oh, I better be careful, and that they drop their speed. There's then a relatively small percentage of people who speed deliberately and willfully in the hope that they won't get caught, and with them you try to catch them out. The theory is you don't need to worry too much about that latter group. The ones to really get is the bulk. Therefore, the guards say, speed checkpoints, we'll put them up publicly. This website has not only speed checkpoints, but every other kind of checkpoint up as well, and that's where you hit problems. Because the one that you don't want to be able to predict is things like drink driving checkpoints. Because if somebody has a few jars in the pub, looks at their mobile phone and sees where's the checkpoint on the way home, well, I can take a different route and avoid it. Likewise, the kind of checkpoints that go up to check tax or insurance, you don't particularly want people avoiding those, because tax and insurance isn't the kind of thing that people forget to get. They'll all be willful offenders if they don't have tax insurance. And likewise, checkpoints regularly get thrown up on streets to catch people doing other things. If you have bank robbery suspects, or if you have people that you believe are smuggling in and out of ports, you'll put up a checkpoint to catch them. You don't particularly want to announce, well, there's where the guards are, feel free to find a detour.
Okay, but tell us about this guardedcheckpoint.com. How quick are things going up on it? And they're tweeting and Facebook updates, is it?
Yes, this is social networking has found its way into announcing Guarded Checkpoints. There's a couple of to give you a sort of a sample of the type of tweets and Facebook updates that were posted. I think these are all from today. Approaching Dunkettle Roundabout from the tunnel checkpoint in Cork, there's a Guarded Checkpoint there. There's a checkpoint in Sunday as well. There's a silver BMW 5 Series checking speed at the viaduct just off the Bandon Roundabout, and so on and so forth. So in theory, these are real time. Now there's a double worry on that, which is, are people waiting until they get home, opening up their PC and typing what they've seen, or are people sitting in their car typing into the phone where they've seen the checkpoint, which means that not only are they announcing where all these checkpoints are, but they're also using the phone when driving, which in theory they really, really shouldn't be doing.
What's the Garda view of this particular activity?
Well, the guards have a difficult position because the guards are on a halfway house. They themselves have made clear that they put up their own checkpoints. They have their own page that I think is garda.ie. In fact, they had an advertising campaign, if you remember, that said check where the points, the speed checks will be on garda.ie. So they can't fully come out and condemn it, but at the same point they have pointed out that you have that difficulty of checkpoints for drink driving, of checkpoints for other illegality, and what the Gardaí have been sort of saying is that they're not a big fan of the notion that those are getting made public.
Okay. What else do you have for us today?